Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for stopping in. Today we're gonna do a video on this Auxbeam power control unit. This thing, I dug into it and I couldn't wait, guys. This thing seems really nice and very well built. I gotta show you this before we install it. It's got your power and your ground leads and got all your accessories that you can plug into here. This is super awesome, actually. I really like it. And it's got plus and minus, so it's got both your connections here. That's sweet. All your grounds and everything in one place. It comes with your lead to your control box I'm about to show you. Check out this control box, and it comes with stickers, so you can put whatever you want, wherever you want. That's super awesome. Got an on-off switch. That's really awesome. Now we're going to connect this into a switch on the dash all by itself. That way I can have my lights and stuff running whenever the key's off. We will not be using this today, but check this out. It comes with everything that you need to go to your battery with a fuse. It has extra fuses and everything. The quality of this stuff seems to be up there, so definitely check out the links in my description to get one of these, because I really have a feeling it's going to be nice. And it comes with a mount to mount your control box. Well, without further ado, let's get started, guys. We're actually going to mount this box right here. So we got her mounted right there. Now, guys, I tapped into the winch cable, the main battery power, the winch cable, which is fused. I tapped into that to come into the amp. I'm not going to do a video on that yet. I will do a video on how to tap into that to get your power up here. It's super easy. I have a distribution block coming, and when I get that block, I will show you guys how I tapped into it. But for right now, I'm not showing that part because it looks hillbilly and hilljack. Because right now what I did for just for testing purposes until I get that is I took all my ends to my wires. I put good ends on them like you guys see me do in every video, but I put a bolt through them and then wrapped them real good with electrical tape. They're not staying like that, and I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea of how I did that. But the cable comes right up by the firewall. You can cut the sheathing and get right to it. It's a perfect power source. Number one reason is you're not all the time using your winch. But keep in mind, if you do need to use your winch, turn your radio and stuff like that off, which you should be doing regardless of how you got it hooked to the battery. You should not be running your light bars and all that stuff at the same time of running your winch anyway. So it plays a factor there. Back to the insulation. This wire is our power wire, and we're going to be tapping into it right about here and putting it on here for the power, and then we're going to be coming from the power back into the amp. So let's get started with that. We're going to put our end on there. Unfortunately today we're not going to solder these because my fire gun is out of fire fuel. But it's okay because we can use this sucker. Not meant for this, but it works. It'll be fine. It's on there good, guys. Look at that. That's actually a pretty good crimp for a gun that is not designed for this style of crimpers. Now, we're going to do the amp wires and be right back. Alright, so we got our amp wires made, and we got them on here, power to power, ground to ground. So my amp is feeding directly off of here. And we're going to snug these up. You don't want to overdo it, but just make sure they're not loose. Don't overdo it. Now, this red wire, it needs to go to your ignition switch or a switch. My plan is for this is I want my rock lights to all go into here, everything, my light bars, everything to go into this box. I already have switched power coming to the radio. So I'm going to just put this over to the remote into the radio itself, because I already have that switch. All this is basically a remote wire giving access to the fuse box to turn everything on. So that's what way we're gonna go with it today, which is super easy. I'm just showing you how I'm doing it. There we go. Now we have power going to this. So we have to pull this out of here best we can. I just fed it through the dash. So right there is what we need. All right. I highly, highly, highly recommend a stepper bit. Come in like this. Run this through there. Plug this in. What? Run what underneath?
That wire.
What do you mean? It's coming in over here.
Run it here.
No. I have plans. It's all planned out in my head. Got to do it that way. Okay, just to show you guys how to quickly wire up a light bar, I'm going to show you how to wire your light bar into that fuse box. Okay, so normally you would run a relay off of your light bar because the switches that you use, it can't handle the current. Well, with this fuse box, I'm under the assumption because it can handle 60 amps, which is a lot of amperage. We don't need to use this. So we're gonna wire it in directly. So there is a positive and minus on this. You can see on the cover, positive, minus. This side it's actually backwards, positive, minus. So we're gonna go ahead and put the positive in place. And guys, this fuse box is supposed to be waterproof. Now we can close that. I wanna make sure it all works. So let's do that real quick. So we're gonna use our switch here, which I'll change that out to something else. Look, comes right on. Comes right on. All right, so it actually works. Let's show these people. There we go. She comes right on. Not a question asked. Push the button. So let's figure out how to mount this, and then I'm going to show you guys what I got up my sleeve to tidy this all up. There we go. All right guys, so we got that installed, that wire loom going across there. Looks pretty nice. We gotta get our stickers on. I'll do that off camera. Don't want to bore you guys. So let's go ahead and clean up this mess, and I'll be right back. All right guys, we got her cleaned up and looking pretty decent in here. Not the best wiring job that I've done, but it works. It's not all sloppy and all around everywhere. It looks pretty good. All right, guys, keep an eye out the next couple weeks for my full review on how this thing has been working and performing for me. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on this video to see how it looked and how it installed. It installs really well. I really like how it installs. It's simple. All you need is a power and a ground to go right to it, and then you can run all your accessories straight to that box. You don't have to worry about running it to a battery, to a switch, all through the machine. You can have this at one central location, and the best thing about it is if you're doing it on the Z-Force, you can tap into your winch line, and I highly recommend doing that because it's already ran and it's easy to do. It's safe to do. It won't hurt a thing. So guys, if you don't want to wait a couple weeks to see my review and you just want to go buy it because you know that Auxbeam already represents themselves very nicely and takes care of any issues that occur. They have been super good to me on my channel, and I hope they continue to be that good to me and to you guys because I really like working with Auxbeam. And I want to thank them for sending me this to do these videos and to show this thing. I've been wanting this box for a long time now, and they offered to send it to me, and I was about ready to jump up and down and do jumping jacks because I've been wanting this box. So you guys can check out the link down below in the description. I'll even pin a comment with the link to get this box, and get one if you want. As it stands right now, installation is easy. The box is well put together. It does not feel cheap made. It feels like it'll last. It is waterproof, so it's good for this type of machine and accessories and stuff. They make a couple different ones of these boxes. This one I picked because it was smaller and would go right next beside my amp and work real nice. But all right, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. Tomorrow, I'm going to get the wire loom and everything I need to tidy up the rest of the machine, which I have the wire loom over there. But it's going to look nice and it's going to be more presentable. And this way, when we're at the car shows, I don't have to have my key on to have my lights running or my stereo. So that's going to be nice. I'm excited for that. All right, guys, peace out and God bless. We'll see you in the next one.